بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمد ونصلي على رسول الكريم اللهم لا علم لنا الا ما علمتنا انك انت العليم الحكيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي رب زدني علما وارزقنا رب يسر ولا تسر وتمم بالخير وبك نستعين يا فتاح يا فتاح يا عليم يا عليم. سلام. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم عن ابي موسى رضي الله عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم مثل قلبي كبيشه يا ضغط ابي بطن رواه احمد. موسى رضي الله عنه raised the heart like a feather in a desert. In the wilderness, right? In the wilderness, it turns from its back up to the sun. Yeah, the wind blows it around and it turns this way, that way, this way, that way. That's how the heart moves from good to bad, evil, piety. Right? Shalom. وعن علي رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يؤمن عبد حتى يؤمن بأربع يشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأني رسول الله بعثني بالحق ويؤمن بالموت والبعث بعد الموت يؤمن بالقدر رواه الترمذي وابن ماجه. علي رضي الله عنه سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم someone does not believe until he has believed four things and testifies that there is none worthy of worship to the Father and the Messenger of Allah who was sent with the truth and he believes in death, the resurrection after death, he believes in death. Right, to believe in death is that you must be convinced that the life of this world is decreasing and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands death at any time. Illness and accident are not the real cause. They seem to be the real cause at first sight, but death of any person is only in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's hands and comes at the appointed time. وعن ابن عباس رضي الله عنهما قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم صنفان من امتي ليس لهما من نصيب المرجع والقدريه رواه الترمذي وقال هذا حديث صحيح. سيدنا عباس رضي الله عنه رئيس رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ثم امه فاذا فهم عن الاسلام فمن يشهد no portion for them in Islam. Yeah, the Murjia. Who are the Murjia? The Murjia do not believe in any cause for deeds. They compare mankind to inanimate objects that cannot do anything on their own. They hold that human beings have no choice or ability to do whatever they do or not to do. It is a nature that gives them to perform deeds. The Qadriya, on the other, they are the extreme. They reject Taqdeer. They say that the divine decree, the Taqdeer, has no influence on a person's deed, but he himself is the creator of his deeds. He has choice and has power over it. And this is the same view that's held by the Mu'tazila and the Rawafid. So when you examine the Murjia and their belief, then it is as if saying that any person who does anything, it's not him doing it, but it's the act of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doing it. For instance, when he sees, then he doesn't see, but Allah sees. So this would mean that though a person is there, he has no existence at all. Like a robot, he's just there. So anything he does, he can't see, but Allah sees. Right? So the Murjia make the creature, the human beings, impotent, powerless, and make that the destiny, the Taqdeer is responsible for all his deeds. In this way, he has clipped many of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's attributes. As for the Qadriya, they have now, because of the Murjia, they went to the next extreme. And they have said that any thing a person does is out of his own doing, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has no influence over it. Right? So the creature enjoys complete choice, power, and will and authority to do anything independent of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in this way now, they have flipped while the Murjia deprive the creatures of knowledge, ability, and opinion. In this way, the Qadriya have made the creature possess all these abilities and deprived Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala of these things. Right? So the Murjia on the one hand said that man has no akal, he can't think to do anything. And on the other hand, the Qadriya said that whatever a person does is out of his own. He doesn't have, there's no such thing as taqdeer. Right? The part of the Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah is clear and correct. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the creator of all deeds, while the creatures, the human beings, are the perpetrators, they're the one who do it. Whatever happens in the world, or will happen, follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's command, and will happen with His knowledge, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's knowledge, and everything that the creatures do, good or bad, are all taqdeer. It all happens at a appointed time. However, the creatures are bestowed with intelligence, understanding, and ability to pick good from bad. So that you, insan, has been given intellect, and he will know whether he must choose good or bad. Right? Then both parts are made clear to him, and they are informed of the consequences of the evil, and informed of the reward of taking the good part. So he will be responsible for which part he chooses. In regards to picking out the path of doing something, the creature is at liability and exercise his choice. So a person is being given akal, and he can choose after the good path has been shown to him, and the reward has been laid out, and the evil path has been shown to him, and the punishment has been laid out, and then he can choose.
وعن عمر رضي الله عنهما قال سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول أمتي الفشل ونشر وذلك بالتكبير بالقلب وأعود داود عمر رضي الله عنه رئيس رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ثم أمته be swallowed up.
Metamorphosis is a complete change from one thing to a complete different thing. Those who are rejected deer, this will be their punishment. So these are very severe punishments that happened in the previous ummah, and the previous ummas were punished in this way. Towards the last days, the ummah too will undergo these punishments because of their rebellion and their sin. However, some scholars are of the opinion that Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam meant that if the punishment of swallowing and metamorphosis were awarded to my ummah, then they would have been for these two sects, these people who reject the taqdeer, and they refer to the Murjia and the Qadriya. So if this punishment was awarded to my ummah, it will be for these two sects or for these people that reject the taqdeer.
وعنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم القدرية ثم مرضوا فلا تعودوهم إن ماتوا فلا تعودوهم أحمد أبو وعمر رضي الله عنه ليس رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم القدرية إذا مجلوس وتسمع السك لا بلد and they pass away not then the funeral of Ahmad ibn Dawud.
So the Majusis were the fire worshippers who believed in two gods, a god for good and a god for evil. So they are linked to those people because they also say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has no power at all over a person. So some scholars hold that what is meant here is that the Muslim mustn't mingle with him, mustn't mix with him. And when they greet, then you mustn't be the first person to greet them. You mustn't initiate salam to them. And you mustn't share the moments of happiness and sorrow with them. So don't initiate the salam and don't initiate the conversation with them.